Beneath every lawn, forest, and sidewalk lies an invisible empire, a city built not by humans, but by ants. They are tiny, yet together they form civilizations that rival our own in complexity. Tonight we shrink down to their scale, to step into the secret world beneath the soil. If you gathered all the ants on Earth, their total weight would outweigh all humans combined. At the heart of every colony sits its ruler, the queen. Unlike the workers around her, the queen is not just an ant. She's the lifeblood of the colony. From a single mating flight, she stores enough genetic material to lay millions of eggs across her lifetime. Some queens live up to 30 years, longer than a lion in the wild. Workers feed her, clean her, and guard her as though she were a living treasure. Without the queen, the colony crumbles. With her, it can last for decades. Every ant's life begins as a glistening egg, smaller than a grain of sand. In a few days, it hatches into a larva, blind, helpless, hungry. Here, the workers decide its fate. The food they provide is not just nourishment, it is destiny. A diet of simple scraps produces a worker. A richer, protein-heavy diet can create a soldier. Or, on rare occasions, a new princess destined to become a queen. This is known as caste determination. Ants' roles are decided not by genetics alone, but by diet. After weeks of feeding, the larva spins a cocoon and enters the pupal stage, transforming in silence. When the cocoon splits open, a new adult ant steps into the colony's endless labor force. Workers are the builders, caretakers, and foragers, the heartbeat of the colony. They can haul 10 to 50 times their own body weight, the equivalent of a human lifting a bus. Soldiers, meanwhile, are the warriors. Larger, stronger, their jaws designed for battle. Together, they keep the colony safe and thriving. Some ants even form living bridges with their bodies, linking together to carry the colony across streams and obstacles. If we could slice the Earth like a cake, we would see a metropolis hidden below. Ant tunnels can stretch meters deep, with highways, nurseries, food storage vaults, and even waste chambers. Each room is carved with precision. Some colonies house millions of ants, rivaling human cities in size and density. Leafcutter ants build underground fungus gardens with air vents and moisture control, a farming system perfected 50 million years before humans invented agriculture. When a worker discovers food, it lays a chemical trail back to the nest. In minutes, thousands march in single file, following the invisible scent highway. What was once a crumb vanishes in seconds under a flood of mandibles. But some ants go beyond foraging. Leafcutter ants are true farmers. They slice leaves into neat pieces, not to eat, but to feed their underground fungus crops. This fungus, cultivated for millions of years, is their main food source. In essence, ants became farmers long before humans ever dreamed of farming. If humans had farmed as long as ants, our agriculture would date back to the time of the dinosaurs. Do millions of ants work in perfect harmony? Their secret is communication. Ants don't talk or hear like we do. Instead, they speak through chemicals called pheromones. A simple touch of antennae can say, "Food, this way, danger ahead, or follow me. Some species even create vibrations by scraping their bodies. Silent signals we cannot hear, but vital messages to their kin. In ant society, smell is language, and every ant carries a dictionary in its antennae. But life in the ant world is not peaceful. Colonies fight brutal wars, sometimes involving hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Army ants are the gladiators of the insect world. They march in rivers across the jungle floor, devouring anything in their path. Weaver ants, on the other hand, build treetop fortresses, stitching leaves together with silk to create green citadels in the canopy. Some ant wars last weeks with casualties in the millions, battles as fierce as any human war. Why should we care about ants? Because they are nature's hidden workers. Ants aerate soil, recycle nutrients, and spread seeds. In fact, many plants rely solely on ants to carry and bury their seeds, ensuring the next generation of forests. They clean up the dead, control pests, and even enrich soil for crops. Scientists estimate there are over 20 quadrillion ants alive today. That's 2.5 million ants for every single human being. But even after all this, the world of ants hides marvels most people have never heard of. Let's uncover them. In the rainforests of Africa, driver ants don't just fight, they perform surgery. When their massive jaws bite, they lock like living stitches. Indigenous tribes have used them to close wounds, letting the ant's body drop off while the jaws hold the skin shut. Ants have been used as nature's sutures for thousands of years. Some ants are raiders. Species like the Polyergus invade neighboring colonies, steal their pupae, and raise them as their own workers. These enslaved ants grow up thinking the new colony is home, working for their captors for life. Ants invented slavery long before humans ever did. Deep in the forests of Borneo lives a species known as the exploding ant. When cornered, it ruptures its own body, releasing a sticky, toxic fluid that can trap or kill enemies, sacrificing one to save thousands. The Sahara silver ant can withstand ground temperatures hotter than boiling water. Their reflective hairs act like tiny mirrors, bouncing sunlight away, while they sprint at incredible speeds to avoid cooking alive. These ants can run 108 times their body length per second, one of the fastest insects on Earth. During floods, fire ants don't drown. Instead, they lock their bodies together, forming massive living rafts that can float for weeks, carrying their queen and brood safely to dry land. Entire colonies can become living ships. From healers to warriors, slaves to sailors, even self-destructing heroes. Ants reveal strategies more ingenious than any science fiction tale. Their tiny world is a universe of survival, cooperation, and endless wonder. And so, we leave this underground empire. We've seen tireless workers, fearless soldiers, master farmers, and brilliant engineers. Ants are more than insects. They're builders of ecosystems, silent caretakers of Earth itself. If this hidden world amazed you, imagine what other creatures await in the Wonder Book. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Wonder Book Tales, and comment which animal's secret life you want us to uncover next. Until then, keep wondering.